Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Drudger MC, and today I figured we would start something a little different here on this channel. So, you might have noticed, well, I don't know if y'all have been around that long, but it was a while back, quite a while ago, where I reviewed the McFarlane Toys Batman Forever Build-A-Figure Wave. Basically, I reviewed each figure individually, and then I reviewed the Nightmare Bat at the end. Well, the first ever action figure that I reviewed on this channel was actually the Mr. Freeze Build-A-Figure from Batman and Robin. And basically, I did that as a way to say it's like, is the BaF wave worth it to get Mr. Freeze? And I basically did that. And it wasn't really the best, but it was a starting point. And I figured, you know what? I reviewed Mr. Freeze, but I didn't review any of the figures in the wave. So today we are looking at Batman, who is from the movie Batman and Robin, and collectible Mr. Freeze. We'll talk about that more in a little bit, but today we are looking at George Clooney right here. So, here he is with Marvel Select Spider-Man, so there you go. That's pretty cool. And then here he is with Val Kilmer. So this is from Batman Forever. This is from the Batman Forever Build-A-Figure wave with the Nightmare Bat. So there you go. Pretty interesting comparison here. And then as far as how tall he is, let's find out together. So I guess we should take the display stand off, shouldn't we, to look at it. So including his messed up feet there, looks like he is basically to the top of his ears, let's say 7.5 inches. Or that would make him, let's say that's about, let's say he's just under 19 centimeters, it looks like. And I figure for one more comparison, here he is with the Terminator right there. And as you can see, he actually has some size to him. So there you go, that's good. So, I guess before we talk about this, I guess we should talk about the movie that this guy is part of. So, Batman Robin doesn't exactly have the best reputation, and when I reviewed the Mr. Freeze figure, I sort of talked about this movie, and I was like, listen, man, this movie isn't the best. It has some problems, and I want to know what y'all thought of it. Well, I have since reevaluated this movie as well as the other Batman movies out there, and if y'all want me to do a video where I rank the Batman movies, I can definitely do that, and I'm just going to tell you right now, my opinions probably won't be the same as most people's, so if y'all want to see that, definitely let me know, and I could definitely review that. I think it could be interesting, definitely for some engagement, conversation, and yeah, that kind of thing, just to see, like, what do y'all think of what I think of the Batman movies. But anyway, so here is George Clooney, and I have to say, this figure looks incredible to me. The face sculpt, I think, looks really, really good. It's not exactly perfect, because technically this should be a little bit more squared off. But it still looks really accurate, and then you'll notice that it's basically all one color. It's pretty much all one color, but I personally don't mind that at all, because it looks accurate to the source material, and just, like, look at the detail there. So, the bat symbol looks really good, and yes, he does have the bat nipples on there, because of course he does. You know, Joel Schumacher wanted it to be all anatomical and stuff. So you have all of the musculature there. I don't know what all of those muscles are called, but I'm sure that they're there on the human body. So there you go. The utility belt looks good, even though it's not a money belt. So it's definitely a utility belt, not a money belt, even though there is a credit card in there somewhere. So there you go. There's that. And then you have the back there. There's basically no detail on the back. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, there's basically, like, all the details on the front now, like, none of it's on the back. But that's okay. You have these really sculpted muscles for the legs there. So that looks good. You have these bat symbols there on the boots. So that looks pretty good. And then you'll notice that my version has his feet are a little warped. He came like that in the package, so his feet should be a little bit more set like that. But mine are a little bent. And I actually did notice that putting him on this display stand actually helps that. So they used to be a lot worse than they are now. And then with the gloves, I guess we'll talk about the gloves. They look good too. I like the way that the gauntlets are. It's a little bit different, but it looks accurate. And I feel like the last thing to talk about is the cape. And I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but the whole thing of making like a cloth cape and that kind of thing, where it's kind of like that, I don't like that. For me, the way that they made this cape right here, this is how I think. Like, this is just my personal opinion, but I think that this is how McFarlane should make their Batman capes, because this just looks so good. It looks really accurate to the source material. Um, but also, like, even as its own, like, if you just look at this figure from behind, I think that that looks really cool. It's really shiny and all of that, so I get why some people wouldn't like that. But, like, you could just, like, paint another, like, layer on top of it, and it probably wouldn't look like that. So, there you go. The scallops look good on the back. It looks like that it's all folded over without it being too ridiculous. So, it's like, this is personally how I think their cape should be done. Let me know what you think of this figure's cape, because I am a huge fan of it. I don't like the cloth goods cape, and I don't like the really thick sculpted capes that they had done in the past when they first got the line. For me, this is a nice balance because it is soft, like, on its own. So it's not, it almost is like a soft goods cape in its own right, and you could like fold it around over him and that kind of thing. So it's like it's still like really good. Like, I feel like this is a good middle ground between the capes that they used to make and the capes that they're making now. It's like, we need more capes like this, please and thank you. But maybe that's just me. I want to know what you think. But there we go. So that's about all that I have to say about the aesthetic there. Like, it's all one color, so there's not really much to say. But yeah. So as far as the articulation goes, the head can look up a decent amount, and it can look down a decent amount too. So there you go, which is a lot more than this guy could actually do in the movie, because in the movie he could basically just look straight and he had to turn the rest of his body to look around. But yeah, so there you go. And then as far as the arms go, they can go out about that far, so I think that's pretty good. They could rotate all the way around. You do get a pretty good butterfly joint there, so there you go. There's that. You do get a bicep swivel there, so that's pretty good. You do get a double jointed elbow that looks kind of weird, but it's functional, I guess. So there you go. Then you do get a ball hinge for the wrist, so that's pretty good. For the torso, it can go back about that far, then it can go forward actually a pretty good amount there, so that's pretty good. And then of course you do get a rotation and that kind of thing. For the, whoa, that sounded weird. So for the very ratcheted legs here, they can go out about that far, so that's pretty good. That sounds really weird. So they go forward about that far, they go back about that far. I should have used this guy for my action figure ASMR video that I did. Like, it should have been this guy. But whatever, so there you go. You do get a little bit of a thigh swivel there, but not much. You do get a double joint for the knee. And there you go, there's that. So that looks pretty good. And then you do also get a, little bit of a ball hinge for the ankle. It goes back really far, so that's good. And then it goes forward really far too. So there you go. If you want him to break his ankle, which I've actually done before, I have actually broken my ankle before, and I really don't recommend that. But if you want this guy to break his ankle, you actually could. So there you go. So that's about it for the aesthetic goes. And as far as accessories, this is what I would change about the figure. So excluding the BaF piece, because he does come with the legs for Mr. Freeze there, but that doesn't really count as accessories for this figure individually. He does come with these, though. He does come with these, so if you wanted to recreate the scene of where he's chasing Mr. Freeze and he's, like, frozen to, his arms are kind of like this. Like, the scene where he's frozen to, like, the inside of that, like, spaceship. And then it's, like, like, his hands are kind of frozen, so you could kind of recreate that, by just kind of sliding these over his hands. It's not really the best, but you kind of get the idea, so, like, there is that one there, and then you could kind of do the same with this one here. So there you go, and yeah, so that's about what you can do there. So he doesn't really have the best facial expression for that, but you kind of get the idea. So you could have him like frozen against the wall like that. So there you go, and then you could also, like, the way that they showed it in like the product images is it showed him kind of like trying to punch with these things on. So it's like he's trying to punch and then like Mr. Freeze stops him. So it's kind of like that. So there you go. So if you wanted to go up against Mr. Freeze, I still don't know why he calls him that in the movie, like why he says it like that. That's literally one of his first lines in the entire movie, and it's kind of weird, but whatever. I still like it. Yeah. Spoiler alert. I actually like Batman and Robin. No, it's so. If y'all want to see where I would put that on the list again, like if you want me to make a video ranking the Batman movies, I definitely can. But yeah, so there you go. So there's that, and then he does have the display stand. That's not really worth talking about, other than the fact that, like I said, my figure's ankles are a little warped, so actually forcing him to stand straight up like this, that actually does help the ankles get back to how they're supposed to be. So there you go. We'll just leave him like that. And then with the card here, you can see this is Batman for Batman Robin. If you know anything about the movie, you might recognize this picture because this was basically the poster that they had. So yeah, there you go. They basically just took an image from the poster and then they just kind of did that. And you will notice that when we look at these other three figures here, they literally just did the same thing. It's like Robin's picture, Batgirl's picture, and Poison Ivy's picture. Then, as far as this guy is concerned, you'll notice that they did the same thing with Mr. Freeze for the BaF wave. So, yeah. So there's that, and then it shows like who comes with what piece for Mr. Freeze. So there you go. And then it also has some directions there. So as you can see, Batman's number 4. And according to this chart, number 4 comes with the legs, and the legs peg in like that. So there you go. And then, yeah, so on the side there, I really like the red color. The red color with the Batman Robin logo and the name. That looks really good. And, yeah, so I like the box. I like the figure. And, yeah, it's like, do I recommend this? I say it depends. If you like the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, then I feel like this figure is a must-have. Just because, like, if for no other reason, because McFarlane has yet to make a Panther suit. They really need to make a Panther suit. They really should, like, with the same cape. Basically this figure, but more or less with Val Kilmer's face and a different paint job. Like, if they do that, I'd be like, dude, I'm there. Yeah, I will say the accessories aren't really the best. This guy definitely had a lot more, even though he was the same price and he came out later. He had a lot more going on. So, yeah, it's like, do I recommend this? I say it depends. Me personally, for my taste, I think he looks cool, but, maybe that's just me. So let me know what you think. If you like this guy, you like this review, you like Batman Robin, you know, anything like that, do be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments what you think. And like I said, like, I really could make a video where I rank the Batman movies. So if y'all want to see that, let me know in the comments. If you like this movie, if you dislike this movie, you can talk to me about that. If you like the figure or dislike the figure, you can talk to me about that. If you don't like it because of the accessories, I totally get it, because he basically comes with nothing. But, yeah, so regardless, if you want to see more content like this, do be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for other stuff that will be coming up. But that's all I have for today. So other than all of that, I do hope that you enjoyed, and that I will see you all later. Goodbye.